These people are doing something important and meaningful. When national holidays have become more about sleeping in or going shopping, these volunteers are honoring the Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. holiday by improving their world. They're making it a day of service to advance Dr. King's mission and honor his memory.
I think the King Day of Service is so important because he made such an impact on our lives that we should be able to give something back to the community that he fought so hard to protect.
Through his words and example, Dr. King inspired a new generation. Every year, in growing numbers, they join the hundreds of thousands of volunteers, partners, and sponsors to move from words to deeds.
The letter is O.
O, 2010.
Right.
Within a decade after declaring the King holiday, Congress called on Americans to celebrate the Martin Luther King Jr. holiday as a day of service, reflecting Dr. King's life and teachings.
In this country, we celebrate the King holiday to bring honor and respect and justice to a leader the way he asks to be remembered.
The King Day of Service is a day to remember, celebrate, and act. A day of reflection and giving back to our communities.
We're here to fix up the school for Martin Luther King Service Day.
It is an opportunity for individuals, families, schools, communities of faith, local groups, corporations, and nonprofits to commit to improving their community and their world.
Some of us are painting doors, others are removing graffiti, others are repairing tile work, around the pool area, others are cleaning up and organizing this auditorium.
Since 1995, volunteers have pitched in across the United States. From Atlanta to Seattle, local and national corporations sponsor projects coordinated by local groups.
They are getting a taste of what it feels like to spend their time helping somebody else. We know that that kind of activity is incredibly fulfilling. We know that once people volunteer in a way that's meaningful for them, they want to do it again.
A day of service can include anything from beautifying and cleaning spaces to addressing long-term human needs. One project in Washington, D.C. engaged human resource professionals to provide resume writing and interview coaching to homeless individuals seeking employment, while barbers and hairstylists gave shelter residents and their families free haircuts, facials, and manicures. Since 1996, the Greater Philadelphia King Day of Service has grown from just a few thousand volunteers to over 50,000 people working in their communities alongside local and state leaders in the nation's largest King Day of Service. In 2006, hundreds of those volunteers spent the day working on a Habitat for Humanity house in a box, building the entire frame that was packaged and trucked to Lafayette, Louisiana. The house was completed and presented to a family left homeless by Hurricane Katrina. That signature project received coverage on local affiliates.
50,000 people volunteered, making this a day on, not a day off.
A champion of civil rights,
Dr. Martin Luther King.
And National Network News. We need community and nonprofit groups, corporations and businesses, educational institutions, and faith-based organizations to sponsor and support King Day of Service projects across the country.
All right.
Projects can be one day or ongoing, from stocking a food pantry to training tutors and mentors for volunteer assignments to engaging students in a semester of service.
On the commercial side, corporations like Best Buy and CVS are making these programs possible. And on the nonprofit side, everyone from congregations to school districts come out to make these projects successful.
Oh, we're building benches to go on the grounds around the school.
Service is its own reward, but corporate and nonprofit sponsors also have branding and visibility opportunities. You can put your organization's name and logo on project t-shirts, banners, and other promotional items. The King Day of Service is a great way to engage your employees in service and establish relationships in your community. Increased visibility, community goodwill, and customer loyalty are just a few of the benefits you can expect. The Corporation for National and Community Service offers assistance in everything from planning a project to volunteer recruitment to sustainability and public relations strategies.
I think that Dr. King, if he could see this, he would just be smiling and saying, you know, that it was not in vain, because people are doing what he thought that they should be doing, and that is giving back to other people and making a difference.
Your support can make this volunteer effort a success, not just for a day, but throughout the year. How will you serve your community this year and honor Dr. King?